my word. Yes, welcome to the sunny side. Good afternoon to you. How are you doing? My name is Constance Irele Mega. I love the weather. Yeah, the sun is not yet out. I don't know if he plans to actually really come out and, do the doo-doo. The weather's just normal, It's just the way every day should just be like, Oh my God. So, I've got a very hot topic that I would like us to discuss. So just imagine, right, that a husband, okay, I should put it better. I should say a man tells his wife's boss to fire her. Who would you say is overstepping their roles here? Is it the man or the boss who actually refuses to sack the woman? Okay. So, of course, on the show today, I already told you it's something hot. I saw this. Of course, you should know where. So, it's on X. And I really think we should have this conversation because these are things that happen every other day in people's lives. And we're busy not necessarily talking about these things like that. So, it's good we talk about it. All right. So that we will know that if something like this happens, this is how we should actually handle it. This is what it should be. And sometimes people continue in their folly. All right. I think that sounds better. People continue in their folly because maybe nobody has called out in public a particular mindset they have. Or maybe that particular thing has not been publicly condemned. And so they think it's okay. They can actually live like that, behave like that, talk like that, and just, and life goes on. So, Sisi Yemi on X, she tweeted, and she says, my housekeeper's husband called tonight to request that I fire her. Because according to him, quote, the money don't make and get pride because I not get work. If you no sack him, I go sack her. She know where I'm from. I go bring her down. Anyway, she added that this woman has 4 children. Now, this particular tweet got a lot of people talking, and it caught my attention. So one person actually said, please don't sack her for the sake of, those innocent children. Because if you sack her, man said he no get job. Who's going to feed them? What's the plan? How would they go to school? And then some other person said, if you can't better your life with where you're from. I mean, what was that part where he said she knows where I'm from? I go bring him down. So if you can't better your life with where you're from, but only bring people down, then shame on you. And then some other person actually now said, Auntie, no spoil person marriage, oh. Respect her husband's decision. You will save yourself drama and insult when you don't interfere in family matters. I see you trying to be a good person here, but this one, pass your level. So let's talk. I've got questions. So basically, if a husband tells his wife's boss to fire her, sack her, who is overstepping? Is he the one overstepping, or the boss who refuses to sack the woman? Who is overstepping their roles here? Is he overstepping his role as a husband and entering a terrain that has nothing to do with him? Or is the boss overstepping her role as a boss and entering a terrain that has nothing to do with her? Yeah, even though they've tried to drag her into it. So who is overstepping their roles here? All right. And then if she actually refuses to sack the woman, is she interfering in their marriage? Now, I would like to balance this out, and that's where my last question comes in. Does a spouse, male or female, have the right to tell their partner's boss to fire them? In fact, to put this question better, I would say, does a spouse have the right to tell another adult's employer to sack them? All right. I'd like to hear from you. We're live on Facebook, so get on board. And of course, remember, for one play, I wasn't joking when I started off with that. One play, we're going to have 2 draws on the show today, so don't miss out. In case you've not entered the draws, I don't know what you're waiting for. I had 2 winners yesterday, 25,000 naira. So let's say I gave out 50K on the show yesterday. 2 people got that money. So if you want to share in the largesse, you know what to do. Oneplay.ng. All right. Select Nigeria Info Nights 2.3 PH. And of course, buy your ticket. 500 naira. That's the price. And of course, you can also use the USSD code, which is *347 *880 *6 hash. All right. So on Facebook, it's Nigeria Info Nights 2.3 PH. It's a Tuesday. And I'm going to call it a super duper Tuesday. All right, you can also send me a WhatsApp message. Send them to 0809 030 6416. 0809 030 6416. All right, the calls now 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0002, and 0817 923 0003. All right, let's talk. Honorable Ida from Nkoro, how come you're my first caller? What's happening? Welcome, Ida. Ida, see, the 25K is not for first caller. Because I don't understand why you're calling first.
I have money. But I want to play that play, my sister. That 25,000 will go a long way for me.
Oh, you're playing now.
My sister.
Yeah.
Nobody can force me to remove my workers. I will take the decision on my own, not using my wife. Because most of the workers, tomorrow they might help your children. And if anybody is working with you, take care of that person. But you don't know tomorrow. So most of them, yeah, they are hypocrites. When they see that guy, they want to work, they want to spoil the other person. If somebody tell you something about the other person, wait for the other person to come. Keep 2 of them down, yeah, stop that thing. It's not that person that is not a Samara. We don't a Samara at that time. So we have from the both of them that time, you see the truth before it starts to fire. So we should not use the other person's judgment to pass judgment on another person. Thank you very much. God bless you.
All right. Thank you. Play, you say you want to play. 25,000 naira will go a long way. Okay, so what do you think though? The conversation, just to remind you what I shared. All right, so it's a man who called his wife's boss and literally demanded that his wife be sacked. You know, it really got me thinking, why are you going to the boss to demand that they sack her? I mean, if you had such powers, how come you're not stopping her from going to work, right? Exactly. But then he calls the boss and says, sack her, because if you don't sack her, oh, I go sack her. She know where I'm from. I go bring them down. I think tacos don't they grow pass everybody because they are no get work. So who's overstepping their roles here? The boss, who is insisting that she's not sacking anybody because somebody came from nowhere to say sack this person. Yeah, even though she knows that they're both in a relationship, she says, I'm not sacking her. So who's overstepping here? This woman who's refusing to sack, or the man who has decided to leave the house and go to his wife's workplace? Obinna from Iriebe, welcome.
Yes, good afternoon to you, the mega air lady.
Good afternoon, sir.
You see, there is a relationship between a lady who is working in the office, and there is also another relationship between a husband and wife in the house. So, if I am the boss and the husband of a woman is writing to me to sack her wife, I will not agree.
Why not?
Because the only basis as a working place experience for me to sack the woman is if she offends in her responsibilities as a worker. My office is not a place where people settle their marital issues. They should go home and settle their marital issues. It doesn't concern me. So as long as the woman keeps giving me what I want as my staff, I will never in my life listen to her husband to, sack her. So I think that in this situation, if the lady's boss sacks her, it is the boss that is overstepping his bounds. So he should not go and sack the woman because the husband told her to sack her. it should be on a work-related issue that she should be sacked or punished.
All right.
Thank you, my sister. That is my fact.
All right, thank you very much, Obina from Irebe. In fact, Obina believes that if the boss actually sacks this woman, then the boss is overstepping his or her role because, excuse me, when I was getting the job, there was no agreement that whatever it is my husband or my wife says will determine if I'm keeping this job. So why are you sacking me, really? Oh, madam, I don't want trouble. I beg. Your husband came here, he was raking. So please, just go, okay? So if you people settle and he calls me and says you should come back, but for I beg, I don't like trouble in my life. You know how peaceful this place is? So please just go home, all right? It's not, okay, now it's almost month end. So maybe it's not month end, right? And then you're like, you know what? Or maybe month end, you say, okay, I'll pay you 2 months salary, but just go. Just go. I don't want problem. Obina says that boss is overstepping if he actually agrees to sack the woman. 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0002. What do you think, though? You talk to me now. Callisto Swanko says the boss should call both husband and wife for proper counselor. I don't understand. As a therapist, Abby, Okon Namdi says no, unless there's a breach of contracts. All right. And that's for those of them on Facebook. How about you here? Let's hear from you. Okay, I'm seeing messages here, so I'm going to start from this very one here. Constance, good afternoon. Can you imagine, for the man that doesn't even have a work, he's against his wife working? That means he's jealous because his wife is working and he's not working. What's this world turning into? Instead of him to even be happy. That's from Vivian. Well, Vivian. So finally, who is jealousy or not? Who's overstepping here? And second of all, do you think he is right to have even made that demand or request in the first place? And if the boss refuses to sack the woman, is she interfering in their marriage? And I'm also asking, does a spouse have the right to tell the partner's boss to fire them? It could be a man, it could be a woman. I mean, the woman could say, since my husband started working here, he doesn't come home early anymore. He comes home midnight. And he says it's work. So please fire him so that we can see him. I and the children, we've not been seeing him. What do you think? Daniel from Eleme. Hi, Daniel. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Constance.
Welcome. Go on, please.
Yeah. Quickly because of time. I want to ask one or two questions just to clarify the one you asked. Have you ever seen any organization before they employ you, they will give you some form to fill if you are married or not married? They extend it to number of children you have. Some extend it to the number of children you have. If it's up to 4 or 5, they pay for 4 school fees. Have you seen something like that before?
Not really.
Not really. Okay.
Oh, that happened. No way. Please, Daniel, call back. Muriel, you're up now. Good afternoon, Muriel from Okrika.
Hello, MC, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Muriel.
Thank you. MC, let me start by saying I wish that every man has money to take care of his family. But MC, if wishes were horses. Look, there was a lady I went to her office to supply a goods store. She's a big shot. And her husband is very big too. So she was on phone. We were talking. She was picking up things, and our younger sister, our elder sister called, our elder sister rather, and was complaining, crying, and for about 30 minutes or more, she was on phone with her elder sister talking. Her elder sister was complaining, and her elder sister's husband was poor. He doesn't have anything. But the character, what the woman was saying, no, she was just okay. It's no money, at least make good character, make her just enjoy. For where? And when she finished consoling her sister, she said this is what she has been dealing with. She told herself that before she got married, that what as a younger sister was experiencing from the hands of a poor man, that is better she experienced it from in the hands of a rich man. But unfortunately, the reverse was the case. Do you know that when a man doesn't have money, Oh my God, it is better for a woman to sit on the rooftop than most times. Because majority, it's not all, let me not say, but it's not all, but oh my God, I don't know if it's sometimes inferiority. This is what so many women are dealing with. So many. This is just one. The man just had to come out because this is what so many women are dealing with. Even the letter snatching.
Okay.
That they just pass judgment. These are the things this is exactly. It may not be exactly, but this is a similar thing people are experiencing.
All right, Muriel, thank you. Theophilus, apologies. Please do well to call back. Mr. Zion from GRA, go on, please.
Yeah, good afternoon to you, Constance.
Good afternoon, sir.
I will not only fire the husband or the wife, I will dig deep. If to arrest him or her, I will do that. Because your spouse has come to the office to complain. Or your spouse came that you should be fired. And I don't think I know you more than your spouse. Upon having a hold to that document that needs to be sacked, I will even ask your spouse to watch and observe the way you will be fired. Every benefit that should be given to you, strip them off immediately. Because the only person who can protect you, the only person who can defend you, the only person who can shield you, said no, fire him or her. Are you aware in some offices, especially the wives go to the office to report? My husband, where they work for you or now, they bring money come out. So, haven't you heard from the office, they take the matter straight to the bursary or to the finance department, split the money into two. Madam, send us your account. They pay the money to the wife's account. Haven't you heard stories like that? If they can do that, how come they now find it difficult to fire that same person? I'm not an hypocrite. We face matters squarely the way it is. If it is white, we speak it is white. I feel so much that before a spouse can come to that organization, sack my spouse, something is wrong. This is not a matter of hate. It's
All right.
a matter of investigation on the other end. Because they believe beyond just the interest of pull him or pull her down syndrome, something is wrong.
All right, Mr. Zion, thank you. Goodness from mouth 3. Go on now, please.
Yeah, good morning, afternoon, my brother, sister, woman.
My, oh my God, I don't even know what to say. All right, thank you. Welcome.
You wanted to say my brother, man. All right, quick one. If I'm the director of the company,
All right.
I will look into that case.
Okay.
I will not waive it from just say, does it matter? It's not my family matter. It's not a case. No. Reason because if the person working for me, either the man or the woman, if his family is settled, my business will be settled. The assignment given to him will be done properly. But if his family is not settled, my business in his hands, my assignment given to him will be in jeopardy. I will not go to settle family problem, but I've kind of off on unofficial duty. Where a report comes to me and say, hey, young man, it's happening now. Your wife is complaining. You close work after 5. You don't get home until after 11, 12. What is happening? You're a responsible person. For you to work in this firm shows that you're a responsible person. Can you please, I'll try to know his problem. If the wife is his problem or not, I can even go to an extent of bringing their two together. Maybe whenever we have a banquet meeting, a banquet this thing, can invite them. Then, because when my staff are okay, my company will be okay. My name is Good News.
All right, thank you. Good news. I am Braid from my one. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Constance.
Good afternoon, sir. Please go on.
Yes, I think for me, the agency she's working with
did not try in this matter. Now, two has become one. If that woman did not have peace of mind, didn't you think that the work will not go the way it should have gone? This man has every tendency to look into the matter that makes the husband to call for a sack. The man is not mad for saying that his wife should be sacked when he doesn't even have a job. So, in the look of things, for me, the man should have called them for lunch, call the both parties, sit with them, and know what is the problem that makes the husband to say, sack my wife. So the wife must have done something negative that the man is no more comfortable with. Sometimes she might stay outside till maybe late night and come to tell him that there is a job, they are working and all, and the man must have looked at all those stuff and know that maybe the wife is not really telling him true, or something fundamental is wrong somewhere. That makes the man to call for the sack. So for me, it should be better that the man calls, either he first calls the staff, hear from her, also give her advice in how she should go about the husband, and also call the man separate, also talk with him, then have a lunch or a dinner with both of them and broker out peace for them, so that the job of his office will also go well. Because if this man today said that I'm going to lock you inside house, and if she's the one who holds the key of that office, what happens?
All right, thank you, I am Braid. Hello, Divine from OG, you're up now. Please go on.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
I totally agree with what some of our callers have said, especially what Maria said earlier. The truth is this: most men are stingy, and they are stingy to their spouse, and that is very, very wrong. And I don't know where they got this mentality from, whether it is fear or intimidation, or should I call it inferiority complex, that when you establish your spouse in business or whatever it is, that she will begin to see you somehow. And begin to, no. For Christ's sake, you can't be there forever. God forbid anything happen to your job. That's what job you're so cling to. Anything happen to it. What happens to you? What happens to the family? And then this stinginess, whether they inherited it from the past, from their ancestors, I can't tell. And you see, let me tell you something. If like I told myself after my university days, if I choose to push wheelbarrow, I'll be the best wheelbarrow pusher.
Oh, wow.
And I'll bring the money home. If I choose to drive Okada, I'll be the best. And I'll bring the money home. Because the way I will dress and look, you will choose to call me to come and help you again. And I'll have more clients. But why am I saying this? Laziness is one major factor. Nobody is poor. Poverty is a thing of the mind. Laziness is a major factor. Laziness. How to get up. Look, in your studio there, somebody can decide and say, I think this lady, there's something, when they finish eating, they don't this thing somewhere. Nobody goes to carry it up to this. Take 4 days. Please, man, can I come help you carry this thing for every 2 days? The way I will look, dress, with tie, you say, okay, are you sure you can do this job? You will ask me again. Because of course, man, you will be willing to give it to me. I'm doing that for you. You will recommend it to somebody else. That's networking. From before you know it, I'll have people in that street I will do that for, and know how much I'm going to get from it. You will not believe what I'm telling you. After my university, I drove Okada. As I'm about to finish that Okada, to finish payment, I'm making brand Okada. I took over Keke. I was not lazy. I didn't want to beg for money. From there, I got a job. By grace of God, I know my position I hold in an office today. I still run my own private business. I established my wife most importantly. Please, men, don't be afraid. Your wife will not intimidate you. She's not going to, it's just inferiority. See yourself as the man of the home, establish and see what you can do for the family. Don't hide your money. Go to beer parlor and drink. Your wife will bring money to go to bank and say, I don't get money, they never pay us. And they have paid you. May God help us. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Divine. We've got commercial. Just to remind you about one play so that you don't forget. I'll be right back. Stay tuned.